a lot of guys came back here with the end goal to be in this game and win this game. So I think it's just inspiring to see kind of what some of those older guys have done on this team, not only on the football field but off the field with the team and their life and things like that. But I mean, it's an amazing moment, just seeing it all come together. Excited to go get it done.
We're in a rhythm now. We played in a bunch of big games, so I feel like it's a matter of us being at our best and maximizing our talents right now. I don't think at this point it's about the fact that big games. We played a bunch of big games before. We played in a lot of games. Now we got to go play our best game, and that's got to be the focus.
And the old saying goes, defense wins championships. The Silver Bullets are out to do their part to bring home a national title. Hello, everyone. Dom Tiberi, and welcome to Wall to Wall Sports. We're here to break the national title game down between Ohio State and Notre Dame. Adam King, Nicole Sharon from 10 TV. Also joined by Buckeye great, the one and only DeVere Posey. You hear him on 97.1 The Fan. And our dear friend Tim May, 97.1 The Fan, Letterman Row. We're going to talk defense now, guys. Tim May, since that loss to Oregon, what changed in your mind with the Ohio State defense?
Schematically or
both,
philosophically
everything.
Or mentally? All of those changed a little bit. They got a little more simple in some of the things they were trying to do. They also, what stood out in that Oregon game were a couple plays they got out of the gate. There was nobody there for the roundup, and Ohio State's been hanging a safety back basically every game now, so that's really helped them. Up front, they're still playing games with stunts and stuff and dropping guys off, but they're rarely rushing more than 4 guys, occasionally 5. And so you still got guys making a difference, but you have an extra guy out here or out there. And then just mindset. I mean, these guys are getting after it. I mean, up front, the defensive front 4 is playing on a different level than it was, I think, in that game. And keep in mind, two names that you hardly ever hear about, but you should and will be big in this game are Tyleik Williams and Ty Hamilton in the middle of that defense. I was watching a simulation of this game a couple of days ago on the computer. Tyleik Williams had a hell of a game. Let's see if it translates into real time.
Nicole, the defense was really the difference in that game against Texas. When they needed a play, the defense stepped up.
Absolutely. I mean, it's the story, and it's Jack Sawyer on top of everything else. It's the moment we were waiting for. We almost had it against Michigan. Didn't end up the way we wanted it to. I mean, guys, this red zone defense is truly incredible to watch. I mean, I was sitting there, and I was like, they're going to get the stop. I just feel like all postseason, they have given us the confidence that there's no need to panic. They're going to get the job done. And the fact that Jack Sawyer not only got the sack, the scoop, but he scores. I mean, give me more, please. Like, let's do that again. That's what I want to see on Monday night. I mean, it was incredible to watch.
It really helps when you've got 2 safeties, Caleb Downs and Lathan Ransom, playing like linebackers at times.
Yes. And it's interesting to watch that play again and watching those guys instead of all eyes on Quinn Ewers and Jack Sawyer. It's remarkable. I mean, truly, it's incredible to watch.
Adam, describe the importance. We just heard about Jack Sawyer. You just spent some time with his family. He's the heart and soul of this team, isn't he?
He 100% is. I mean, when you hear the guys talk about him, they all call him the true Buckeye, like the one-of-one Buckeye. Listen, this man is everything that it takes to be an Ohio State football player. He is the guy that you circle and say, this is what he came for. This is who you want to be when you walk off campus. And it's amazing. I mean, you just kind of put the nail on the head there. That moment will live in Ohio State history. Yep. The moment of Ryan Day grabbing him by the jersey and saying, we talk about legacy, you just became a legend. I mean, that gives me chills because Jack deserves that more than anyone else. He's taken a lot of crap.
I walked off the field with him after that game in the Cotton Bowl, and they got to be 14-3 at the end of last season. And you could tell he was coming back, although he wasn't saying it. But the resolve he had about this was not going to be the last game of my career. And then translating that to his other friends like JT Tuimoloau, talking all these guys into returning. It has paid dividends.
And not only that, but talking to him after that game, he had the best game of his career on that field a year ago. And he couldn't sell. You would have thought that they had lost 500 to nothing in that game. Yeah. He was so upset. And so it's good for him to get this moment, but the moment on Monday night would truly just be the cherry on top for Jack Sawyer.
That's a movie. There's going to be a movie made about it if that happens.
Rudy.
DeVere, you played with a lot of great defenses when you were at Ohio State. Where does this defense, in your mind, rank where could they rank if they win the national title?
They're right up there with the 2014 and the 2002 national championship. Obviously, I don't put anybody above the 2002 team and Mike Doss because they were undefeated and they beat probably the greatest college football team ever with the Miami Hurricanes. But this defense stacks right behind them in the 2014 defense. What they did in the Rose Bowl by having Jordan Hancock and Cody Simon cover all of the flats, and Jordan Hancock is able to go up to high safety and down to the flats and blitz the quarterback, allowed Caleb Downs to roam the middle of the field. And you're talking about the right player to roam the middle of the field. He can watch the quarterback, he could defend passes, and he's probably, no disrespect to Cody Simon and Sonny Styles, he's probably our best tackler in the back end.
Oh, boy.
So allowing him that freedom, it's almost like a Sean Taylor, Ed Reed type of role that he's been playing. And that has really propelled this defense to get stops, make turnovers, and be this red zone threat.
For all of you guys, and I talked to James Laurinaitis after the game. It's going to be a little weird, I'm sure. He's dear friends with Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
He coached at Notre Dame.
Great
Hey,
storyline.
Jack Sawyer shared a room with Quinn Ewers. That didn't seem.
That's fair. Yeah, well, I didn't go.
And they were roommates.
They were roommates.
It stops right there.
Well, what I want to ask, how about the job that James has done? The linebackers, I mean, Ohio State, the linebackers are playing big.
My honest opinion, no linebacker in the country's played better than Cody Simon this season.
Absolutely.
He was robbed of not being considered for the Butkus Award, and he continues to play on that plane. I keep trying to get him to get into his mind and tell me what's it like. Do you feel like you're playing whatever? You don't want to go there. But the guy, just turn on the tape.
That's exactly what I was going to say. One of the most underrated linebackers in the country. Phenomenal.
I truly believe in terms of talent development, Luke Fickell developed a lot of talent. James Laurinaitis, Bobby Carpenter, A.J. Hawk. Cody Simon is James Laurinaitis' first big talent that he developed, and it's going to be a string of talent after Cody.
I'm with
But
you.
Cody, I think in terms of linebackers that have been drafted from Ohio State, Tuff Borland, Eichenberg and Pete Warner, Jerome Baker, Cody's better than all those guys.
All right, guys, great stuff. We have to take a break. More wall-to-wall sports when we come back. Welcome back to Wall-to-Wall Sports. All right, let's break the game down for all of you. What does Notre Dame try to do on offense? Do they try to slow it down? Do they try to get methodical? Do they try to just run the football and keep Ohio State's offense off the field and keep the defense on the field?
I think Notre Dame leans on the legs of Riley Leonard. He's 6'5", 235. He's one of the bigger quarterbacks in the country. He's one of the best running quarterbacks in the country and in Notre Dame history. In terms of Ohio State defense, we have had trouble with running quarterbacks. We haven't faced many great running quarterbacks. I thought we did a good job with Nico in Tennessee, but Riley poses the most threats. I would love for us to make sure Caleb Downs is having a quarterback spy, always on Riley, always watching him, making sure we know what he's doing with the football on zone.
Jeremiah Love is one of the more talented running backs in the country. They've got a couple other guys there too. They're talented, but that guy's playing on a wheel and a half, and yet playing tough on a wheel and a half. So you've got to somehow or another neutralize Notre Dame's running game and put it in the hands of the passer, Riley Leonard.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone says, oh, they're not going to throw the football. But, we don't expect them to throw the football. And then guess what happens? All of a sudden they're throwing the football. And with the running game they have, I mean, do you think that's the mission? Let's just have 12, 13 play drives, kill 6 minutes a time.
Of course.
And, that's the only way they can win, isn't it?
I'll say this. This game, we can talk till the cows come home. I don't really know what that means, but we can talk till the cows come home about how Notre Dame can win. And it all comes down to Riley Leonard's legs. It's that simple. You nailed it, Devere. If you can stop Riley Leonard from running, you shut down this offense. He's an okay passer. I've seen some plays of his that, he made some good balls. But at the end of the day, he reminds me of a not as good J.T. Barrett. And with that, and that's not with the off-the-field stuff of the elite. I'm sure he's a great leader, but JT was different in that regard. But with that, it's the 6-yard runs, the 5-yard runs, the 7-yard runs. It's not. He's not going to break. I mean, he may break
drive
one for a big one.
extenders.
But yes, it's the 3rd and 4th
He's gonna move the
when he
chains,
sneaks in. If they can shut that down, don't put JT Tuimoloau as the spy. Put Caleb Downs. Give me Cody Simon on him. Take that out.
Well, because then he's going to panic. He's going to panic because he's going to be like, that's my bread and butter. is I use my legs. And if you make him use his arm, yeah, we've seen he can do it.
And
But
hit
he's going to panic.
Well, yeah, you don't want
Yes.
to dictate that.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
well, what they're sneaky about is you thinking all you got to do is stop their run game, and then they pop the tight end out.
Yeah.
Or the Great House kid gets wide open when a Penn State defender falls down. That was a huge touchdown in that win.
All right, great stuff, guys. We have to take a break. More wall-to-wall sports when we come back. Welcome back to Wall-to-Wall Sports. Many are predicting this is going to be old school football, a slugfest. I personally think it'll be a slugfest. You got the top two defenses in the country. Lou Holtz had some comments a year ago, said that Ohio State was not a physical football team. And now he is saying that Notre Dame may lose the job to preserve Ryan Day's job. Tim May, you've interviewed Lou. I've interviewed him. We know who he is.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Well, he's always been the king of hyperbole, so he's got that going for him. He's always been big on building up the other team, the opponent. He learned that from a lot of the coaches he worked for, not the least of whom was Woody Hayes, but building up the opponent and distracting them with his kindness and stuff. I have no idea what's on his mind now. I mean, Notre Dame, mother of mercy. I mean, is that what he's talking about? Boy, Ryan Day, we know you've had a tough year, a tough month or month and a half, although not really now. But that's about as big a bunch of baloney as I've ever heard come out of another team backer's mouth. Let's lose it for the day.
I think I'm just a little surprised that, I think Ohio State's taken the high road. I'm just surprised.
I'll say this. I love it. Lou, if you watch wall-to-wall sports on Sunday night, if they want to lose the game to save Ryan Day's job, game on. I don't think anybody in Columbus is going to be upset about that.
Do it, yeah.
What a stupid thing to say.
I think Ryan would be happy. I will say the funniest part about all of this is the tough team. I mean, we all remember Ryan. I was there, and he came to that podium, Tim. You were there right after, and he was fired up.
Yes.
And a lot of people see on the field afterwards, he kept talking about
yes.
it. The tough team has always been on this Buckeyes' mind. It's been their mantra inside the Woody. It's sometimes been a flaw of theirs, trying to prove that they're tough over finesse. But at the end of the day, Ohio State doesn't have to be the toughest team on the football field to beat Notre Dame because they have the most talent on the football field.
Yeah.
And if they call the game as the most talented team, as they did against Oregon, as they did against Tennessee, as they did against Texas, they had a toughness fight with Texas.
Is he trying to get in Ryan's head and saying, maybe I can get him to do the game plan he did against Michigan? Is that what he's trying to do?
Absolutely. So I met the late Will Smith. I'm sorry. The late Will Smith in Miami, and we sat down and talked, and his advice to me was take a compliment as disrespect.
Yeah.
So in honor and the respect of Will Smith, the 2002 national champion, New Orleans Saints Super Bowl champion, that's what we're doing. If Lou's complimenting us, we're taking it as disrespect. We've drawn that line in the sand. No comments. We don't need any friends. We're not tough. I need to be fired. Let's keep talking.
Yeah.
Keep talking. Because we got to still kick the ball off and play.
It's a clever thing, though, because he's basically saying unless Notre Dame lets Ohio State win, Ohio State has no chance.
It's not a clever thing. It's dumb.
In his mind, it's clever.
disrespectful.
I think it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
But it's also dumb because it's more bulletin board material.
Listen,
it's dumb.
Somebody probably said to Ryan at some point in the last 24 hours, did you hear what Lou Holtz tweeted? And you know what Ryan said? I've got a game to win Monday night. I don't care what Lou Holtz
I do want to know what Marcus Freeman thinks, though. Because do you think he's seen it?
He's got to be upset.
I mean, do you think I'm sure he's upset. He's probably not going to do anything about it because he doesn't want to give it the time of day. It's dumb.
His team's a 9-point underdog or 8-point underdog.
Yep.
He's upset about this.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt, I'll have to call him and ask him.
Dom, I want to ask you this question. The thing that I don't understand is, at least growing up, Lou Holtz was always a Buckeye defender. I always felt he was on the show with Mark May, and Mark May did not like Ohio State.
He says he still loves Ohio State.
Just-
And
I know
the thing is, the funny thing is, he went to Kent State. He's from Ohio, but he had a cup of coffee with Woody Hayes. He was with him 1 year.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
1968 national championship.
I got great respect for Lou Holtz, and I've met him, but I don't know what he's doing.
I'll tell you this.
God bless you, Lou.
He's trying,
This is a tough team right here.
He's trying to
Thank
stay
you, Lou.
relevant.
Thank you for the motivation.
We have to take a break. Wall-to-Wall Sports will be right back. Welcome back to Wall-to-Wall Sports, and hopefully we're talking about a huge Buckeye victory. That's going to do it for this edition of Wall-to-Wall Sports. For Adam King, Nicole Sheeran, Devere Posey, and Tim May, I'm Dom Tiberi saying thanks for watching.